G'day. Psychology of meditation. Once you understand how the emotions derive thought, you've then got the key to finding peace of mind. Every experience you have creates some sort of feeling, and those feelings can become thought. If you've got some kind of tension, let's say you're a little baby in the crib, someone comes up and pinches you, right? Nasty, and they hurt you. Right? There'll be not just the pain, but there'll be a residual tension, especially if that person comes around again. You'll tense up in their presence. Now, that's to explain how experience creates some kind of body experience that can be captured and held as a tension. Now, as you go through life, these things can mount up, especially things that happen in childhood that at the time you can't deal with them. Like the example of the baby hasn't even started to talk yet. So how are they going to think about that experience? It's going to be there, it's going to be part of their perception of the world, but are they going to be able to think through it? And they don't have enough life experience yet. Now, by the time you're an adult, you can have a lot of tension in your body that because of events which have happened to you, and they've left this knot in you. And you may not even be aware of it. There's all kinds of things, I'm talking about unpleasant things. Now, no one likes to feel unhappy or unpleasant. And so you try and get back to some kind of equilibrium. And the most usual thing that people do is they try and think about things. And that thinking then can become very repetitious and become a pattern. Now, in meditation, you want to get past that stage. You want to get closer to the source of why am I thinking, and it's the emotions that you feel that are the key to that process. And some of these emotions are very deep, hidden from you. So how do you find the ultimate cause of your thought? If you've been, let's say you're a little baby in the crib and you've been pinched, then that experience is going to linger as a physical sensation. And so it's the key to getting beneath the thinking process is to start to notice how you actually feel and explore that. And in particular, where you find tension. Because that's where you're storing the stress, and you can get used to the tension. You can grow up with it. Like things can happen to you very young in life, and you respond to them. You deal with them as best you can, but you're not fully equipped to deal with these things as you might be now as an adult. And the exploration in meditation to get to the peace of mind is to allow yourself to feel these things and let whatever memories and feelings that are attached to those tensions, just let them happen. In other words, bring them to the conscious awareness and see how you deal with it now as you're an older person, because you're probably better equipped to deal with those things. Now, people adopt a variety of strategies to feel comfortable within themselves. They manage, you can cope with these things, but they don't necessarily get rid of the problem. Now, a good example is alcohol. Sometimes people drink just to have a bit of fun, but people also find, it makes you feel a bit better, takes the edge off things. Well, that's a nice colloquial way of saying relaxes you a bit, or you feel a bit more relaxed. Okay, well, you're masking the tension, but you're not getting rid of the tension. You can live with that tension all of your life, all the way into old age, and you've never actually rid yourself of it. Now, meditation is about a lot of things. Lots of crazy gurus out there talking about all kinds of weird things. I'm talking about the more practical side of it. If there is such a thing as peace of mind, well, how are you going to get that peace of mind? You got to get it because you get rid of the cause of the problem. And in our psychology, there's a lot of traumatic memories, experiences, and the emotions that go with that. I mean, these are the things that create the thinking that you find unpleasant. So, what I'm offering is this: close your eyes, relax, and stay away, as a way to find these tensions, bring them to the surface, and allow them to resolve. Because the most natural thing in the world actually is to be at peace with yourself. It's not something that you have to work for. It's what naturally occurs given time. But you do need to have some awareness about your own state. And you need a willingness to let some of these feelings, which you might be coping with in other ways, to come to the surface, allow them to happen, and let them dissolve. Because that's what will happen. But it takes time and patience. Not a simple process, not a quick process. But this is the most practical benefit of meditation. And you can arrive at a peace of mind. Then you've got back what you were born with, peace of mind, an undisturbed state. Now, there are lots of different traditions about meditation, lots of different people have got their own ideas. Well, this is what I'm offering, and it works. So, I'll see you later.